Nate Ament might be the most enthralling forward in this draft class, and here's why. At 6'9", he moves like a guard, shoots like a sniper, and has better passing vision than you would expect with his size, skill, and versatility. He's already drawing major attention from the highest levels, but there's a couple questions he needs to answer at Tennessee that could determine his ceiling in the pros. In this video, we're gonna break it all down. We'll cover the way Nate Ament scores, his effective playmaking, and his defensive potential that has scouts talking. We'll also look at the key areas he needs to develop that will ultimately define his draft stock and his potential in the NBA. If you love deep dives on the draft and basketball, do us a favor and hit that like and subscribe button. We got plenty of content coming soon. To start off with, let's talk about Ament's physical tools. He stands at an impressive 6'9" with a reported 6'11" wingspan, while he's listed at a wispy 190 pounds. Outside of his thin frame, what stands out immediately is his fluidity and coordination. He's not an explosive above the rim athlete, but he's a smooth mover who runs the floor exceptionally well for his size, and his height and a high release point make his shot difficult to contest, and his agility allows him to get to spots on the floor. The main limitation from a physical standpoint is his strength. He'll need to add muscle to his frame and, more important, core strength to handle the physicality at the next level, especially when it comes to finishing through contact and holding his own on the defensive end. Later in the video, we'll dive deep into the finishing and defense. If I was trying to sell Ament as a prospect, the first skill I bring up is his shooting. He has a smooth, high release on his jumper that makes him a threat from well beyond the three-point line, both off the catch and off the dribble. His signature move is the ability to use his handle to create space for a pull-up jumper, and he's already shown a knack for hitting tough, contested shots. He particularly loves catching the ball in the mid-post and either shooting a fadeaway or using his face-up game to attack. He averaged nearly 19 points per game as a senior, and that ability to get a bucket in a variety of ways is what makes him such a tantalizing prospect. He can even come off screens at his size and be a threat to pull. As he gets stronger, his pick and pop game could become more of a real foundation for him as a power forward. But if he sees himself as more of a small forward, then his handle and ability to get to the rim need to improve. Right now, Ament struggles to get past his man in one-on-one. It's a combination of a lack of explosion and strength that hinders him. Ament just doesn't have the high-end burst to explode out of his moves, which leads to a ton of occurrences of him getting cut off attempting to drive. The good thing is though, he has surprisingly effective counters off the dribble, often catching guys off guard by spinning off them and using his long strides and frame to get to the rim. The handle in general is a bit loose at times and can wilt against high-end ball pressure. However, he does flash some nice dribbling sequences that has me believing in future development. All in all, Ament is a flawed driver with interesting handling flashes, but I'll be monitoring his development here closer at Tennessee. Do you guys think he could eventually create efficiently one-on-one against NBA defenders? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Passing is one of the most underrated parts of Ament's game. While he's not a primary initiator, he has the vision to keep the ball moving and make plays within the flow of the offense. What stands out is his ability to recognize when defenses collapse. He'll find cutters, dump the ball off inside, or spray to shooters. At his size, he sees over the defense and can deliver clean entry passes, which adds value if he's used in a mid-post. He's not a flashy playmaker, but he's a smart and willing one, and that's exactly the kind of connective passing NBA teams want from their versatile forwards. If he continues to build confidence here, he could be more than just a scorer. He could become a hub you can actually run sets through sometimes. Defensively, Ament is more versatile than dominant, and that's both the appeal and the limitation right now. Despite his size, he's not a natural primary rim protector. The instincts and timing just aren't consistent, so while he's had some flashes as a secondary shot blocker, that part of his game isn't a real strength yet. Where he does shine is out on the perimeter. At 6'9" with good lateral quickness, he can switch out onto guards, slide his feet, and hold his own for stretches. That kind of mobility at his size makes him useful in multiple defensive schemes, whether you're switching, hedging, or asking him to guard different positions over a game. The sell right now is a versatile, context-flexible defender who won't kill you in space and can make plays with his length. But the real ceiling raiser, if he develops into an even above average rim protector, then we're talking about a forward who impacts winning at a much higher level. Offering size plus rim protection and good shooting is an extremely valuable concoction in the modern game. So what will ultimately define Nate Ament's ceiling at Tennessee and beyond? There are 3 key swing factors to watch closely. First and most important is his physical development. Adding strength isn't optional, it's the foundation. With more strength, he'll finish through contact, hold his ground defensively, and stay durable across a long season. Without it, he risks getting bumped off his spots and fading against high-level competition. Second is his defensive feel as a helper. If he can grow into a reliable presence, rotating at the rim and covering space, he becomes the type of modern forward every NBA team covets. Right now, the flashes are there, but the consistency isn't. And third is his handle. Tightening the dribble unlocks a new level of versatility, letting him slide between wing and forward lineups, attack mismatches, and truly stretch defenses. If he sharpens it, his role expands. If not, he's locked into more of a traditional forward. Together, these swing factors will decide whether Ament tops out as a versatile role player or evolves into an impact lineup-changing star. To wrap it all up, Nate Ament is a unique and highly skilled forward with the potential to be a star. While I don't view him as a primary creator, with his elite shooting, competent playmaking, and defensive versatility, he has a chance as a high-level complementary offensive weapon with two-way upside. The key will be his physical development, improving his defensive instincts, and sharpening up his handle. If he excels in those areas this season at Tennessee, we could be looking at a top 5 pick in this year's draft. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next video. Up next, we're diving into another top prospect from this class. Head over to my YouTube community page to vote on who you want to see next, and get your picks in quick because the next breakdown drops next week.